Welcome back to Eddie's Life 24/7. Today we're going to the Formula 1 exhibition down in the Excel Centre in London, but before we do any of that, it's time that we walk our dogs. We're doing well.
I'm in the middle of London and there's a fucking boat.
And also we're right by the Millennium Bridge, which is also the bridge that wobbled, if you remember rightly. That was the one that wobbles.
Oh, is it?
But they had to change it, so that's...
Oh, this is going well.
Welcome to London.
Yeah.
Welcome to us just walking through the whole of the Excel Centre, where it's like a travel business type thing that is really top of the range.
Posher than up.
A lot posher. Just walked all the way through it. Oh, this is going to be one hell of a vlog. I knew it was going to be a hell of a vlog. I didn't expect this to be on top of it.
I know.
There's the O2. The O2's just there.
Which bit?
See the yellow pylons and the white flag
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the O2.
You're going to make me more walk. You're going to make me do more walking now, aren't you?
This is a whole exhibition now for walking.
I've done all my exercise to get here. Level 1.
Ding dong!
April calling.
April calling. Welcome to the Formula 1 exhibition at the London Excel Centre. Now, what you can see in front of you is all the cars and the TV screens that are showing. Now, we could listen to all the audio tracks and all the music that was playing, but the best part about this is that majority of the time, these were played through the headsets that we were wearing. So we were getting to listen to lots of different things. So if you want to go and see this for yourself, it's highly recommended that you do, because they'll tell you about every single little thing and every little bit of detail that you're actually seeing, and including like how it's going from like the training from a young age to an adult age, which we'll see later on. These here are some of the very first Formula 1 cars, including the very first Ferrari that we saw at the very beginning of the episode. Now, one thing I will say to you is if you want to read any of the descriptions that are on screen, feel free to pause the video, because you never know, you're probably going to read something that might be interesting to you, or just go head down to it. The tickets weren't too expensive. I believe they're about £25. This here is the Silverstone tracks that are down here, with all the changes that have happened over the years in how they have changed different things around, and of course everything all changes. As you can see, everyone here is wearing their headphones, listening into audio descriptions about what is happening. So there's a lot of things happening and a lot of immersion, just trying to get you immersed into this Formula 1 exhibition. This here is actually the cockpit here that you can see, one of the probably first cockpits, and how the halo actually fits on. And I'll tell you what, I don't think even I could fit into that, but maybe you could. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. This here is the Red Bull RB16B. This is going to be one of the pause points just coming up now. So feel free to pause and have a read of this right this second, because that will tell you exactly what happens with Max Verstappen when he was driving this very similar car. When he was driving this very car. These here are one of the engines that are used, which happens to be a hybrid engine, which I actually had no idea was a hybrid. I had no idea Formula 1 uses hybrids. They're 1.6 litre hybrid turbocharged power unit, which of course is just crazy. This here, they show different type of tyres and what they do, from blue, green, white, yellow, red, including like slick and the super wet. So this shows you the tyre formats and how things going, and how the performance of the undercut works when they are required to do 2 changes of tyres per race every single episode, and how the undercut can really make or break a race as well. So this shows this. This here shows every single Formula 1 champion who won every single champion. Unfortunately, I didn't record the right side. I recorded the older side, not the one that I wanted to, but never mind. These here are all the Hall of This here is the Hall of Fame, showing all the heads of every single champion that won, including Lewis Hamilton, which is right at the very end, so we get to see every single one here. I'm just going to say, I found this a little bit creepy. Not sure if you do too. Let me know down in those comments down below. As we come up to the last couple of heads, here is our ones that we go for. Schumacher is my very first Formula 1 racing driver that I remember. Then you've got Orlando Alonso, as well as Lewis Hamilton, who is also just coming up now. And I'll tell you what, these figurines were absolutely fantastic. They were lovely, but I was a little bit petrified of them at some times. And then you get these seats. These are sitting on things showing like the racing positions of where they are and how it's grown over time, from the helmets to the suits that they're wearing from back in the day to all the way now, and how it's going through and how Lewis Hamilton's journey is going from, as well as all the racing helmets that every single Formula 1 driver actually wears, which I'll tell you what, it's just absolutely fantastic. You go to this experience, there's a ton of things to look at, a ton of different things to watch and understand. You even get to try this little thing, which you get to see how fast you can be off the start line, whether you get an early start or not. I managed to get a whopping and a really impressive 0.217 seconds. Now, hey, I'm not too bad for that, but the best one in London here, 0.017 in the whole of the UK today. So, yeah, not too bad. I think I didn't do too bad for that one. But that there is actually the steering wheel and all the flags. I'm just going to say, I wouldn't be able to drive that car. There's too many buttons, too many things, too many knobs that I've got to flick and dial and everything else just to tune the car to be exactly what I need it to be. Nah, that's just not me. I don't think I could be a Formula 1 driver. Could you? Maybe you could do all that, all at one time. Nah, dear. Then we go into probably the biggest room of the whole exhibition, showing off the nose cone and a couple of other Formula 1 cars that you can see as well. So that there is actually the nose cone, and how the development of that actually came about. It tells you all the different things, and that's what these videos show you about as well. And of course, spoiler warning, there's spoilers. And we go on to the latest model of the Formula 1 car, which of course is the Mercedes-Benz Formula 1 version, which I'll tell you what, this car is just a magnificent piece of work or piece of engineering to look at. It's something to behold and have a look at. And the fact you get to be this close to it, wow, just wow. This here shows all the champions and who've actually won over the years and how things have grown over the thing. And as we go into the latest years, you can see that Mercedes have slowly coming up, especially with Lewis Hamilton's wins over the last couple of years. This room has been an absolutely awesome experience before we go into the next section. As you can see, there's me wearing my heads. It's quite interesting listening in. We then go into a room that shows what the dangers of the sports can be, and this was back in 2020, where one of the drivers had a bit of an accident, went into a wall, as you can see. Now, I remember watching this, I remember seeing this. For some reason, this was the 1 year I watched, and I was like, wow, okay, I see why people watch these, but I was concerned about the driver. Is he alright? What's actually happening? Turns out this driver was actually okay. After just 27 seconds of being engulfed in flames, just like that, he was able to climb out of that fire, out of that fireball, with only second-degree burns to his hands. Just amazing how the technology has improved over time. And this is something that Formula 1 have been trying to do, and the way the FIA have been trying to increase the Euro NCAP safety ratings thanks to this whole Formula 1 accident, and how their technology advances have improved to now help you on the roads as well. And then they finally show you the car that came out of that wreckage, and the steering wheel. It put shivers down your spine, that's all I'm going to say. It really put you into the motion and everything else. They play certain music to really bring in that emotions, but this is one hell of an experience. And this is what they've been trying to say with the redemption. They've been trying to show the Euro NCAP safety ratings. US, you're not doing too great with your safety, whereas look at us in the UK, not doing too great. Then you get to go to the pit stop and see what it's like in the pits as well in a race. But I couldn't show any more of that. It's got way too many copyrighted music. And then after that, I decided to take Jean out for a tour of London. Well, that was one hell of a day. 6,700 steps later, both me and Jean just went out for a bit of relaxation at the Formula 1 exhibition. Oh, they put us in the wrong car park, which just wasn't the best of situations anyway. But Jean has never seen the Woolwich Ferry or been this close to this area, so going to show her some areas in London that I know before we head back up on fireworks night, which is going to be lovely because we're going to see fireworks all the way home.
What's Muster station then?
Muster, not master.
Are we going there wanking?
She's trying to, but the fireworks are going off.
And this is where we start doing our tour of London, showing the sights to Jean, who hasn't really seen London, especially at night. So this is where I've shown her a couple of scenes that I know, including the Tower of London and Tower Bridge, which we're about to go over as well. Now, of course, some of these clips I've just had to completely cut the audio as well, but we managed to get a nice little clip of Big Ben chiming their bells ready for the end of the day. So this is where we get that little clip, just coming up in a couple of seconds. Big Ben, you're fantastic. Well done. Thank you. We then start going past the barracks, heading up to Buckingham Palace, because, well, it's another sight, it's another scene. So if you enjoyed the tours of London, don't worry, we go out of portrait very soon in the very next clip. There we go. And now we get to see Buckingham Palace in its full glory at night, which I don't even know if the king is there, because that flag, I can't really tell what flag's flying. It looks like he is, though, by the looks of things. So, hey, Your Majesty, thank you very much for your service. As we head down the Mall, the road seems very quiet. Just going to say, it just seems very quiet when we're going down there. We got to see these lovely police horses. There was a lot of police horses and riot vehicles down in London, which of course makes you a bit concerned, as well as seeing Nelson's Column and Trafalgar Square, which of course was a fantastic thing. I've got to take Jean into Trafalgar Square during the daytime when there's a bit more light as well, so we can actually go and explore a couple of extra places. This will come up in a future vlog at some point, but not for just yet. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the very quick short tour of London. But of course, we can't go anywhere without leaving London without going to see a place in London, which is of course St Paul's Cathedral.
I bet that costs a fortune to stay.
Oh yeah, of course it does. And we head down the main road heading towards St Paul's Cathedral, which is a lovely sight. However, you get a bit closer and it looks a bit creepy. That's all I'm going to say here, just look very creepy. The one thing that I kind of wasn't pleased about, apart from when you're in central London, is the 20-mile speed limit. Doing that on roads that you just don't need it, yeah. But hey, I suppose we're keeping the roads safe here in London as well.
Well, it's 23:24 p.m. As you can probably tell, I'm tired.
And it's the following day. Well, it's currently Wednesday the 6th of November, and all I'm going to say is I headed off to bed. That's how the vlog ended that day. So we're going to end off here. If you guys have enjoyed this, whatever this vlog has been, then why not click the like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another vlog. Till then, Bye-bye. Thanks for watching the latest vlog. Why not click subscribe right in the centre of your screen, or click on the left video to watch yesterday's daily vlog, or why not check out the playlist where you can watch every single vlog from day one.